So ladies and gentlemen, I have a new problem. Gophers done came over here. I cannot plant in this garden bed. So you see those little seeds? That is gopher bait. I put it in the holes. Yeah, and when I threw the bait over this one hole, I seen like a little gopher hand or something, or mole hand sticking out, and it went back in. So they done took over that garden bed. Oh, wow. Grubs, aphids, hornworms, now gophers. You can only do what you can do. And Terminex is supposed to come out here between 3 to 5. So I'm just going to keep on planting. I think it took out my second plum tree over here because something's been eating at the roots of that tree. I might have to get that taken out. It's never ending. It's never ending. Okay, and I got these gopher purge things. And it's supposed to rain today. I'm thinking I might have Marcos come over and plant these gopher purge plants in the ground for me if he has time. Okay, let me get back to gardening. Hey everyone. So I'm taking a 5-minute break from gardening. I was a little bit discouraged when I saw the gopher, groundhog, mole, whatever this is in the garden bed, but I quickly got over it. I got into my other garden beds and planted all of my broccoli and most of my cauliflower. I planted the snowball cauliflower and the flame star. So now I just have the mulberry and the purple of Sicily to plant. And I have 4, they're called gopher purge plants over there. So let me show you what I did. I'm sitting down on my stool. I planted one here. So gopher purge is supposed to help your garden beds or whatever resist pests. That's why it's called gopher purge. It grows 2 to 5 feet tall and 2 to 5 feet wide. My only concern is for the summertime when I want to plant tomatoes. So maybe I'll just plant tomatoes in the 2 gardening beds to the side and plant something else in the middle. It says they need full sun, so this area is where full sun is. And when they start to grow and you're pruning the flowers, you want to wear gloves because the white milky sap can be irritating to skin. So that's why you don't see me planting anything too close to it. It's not poisonous, but it helps resist plants. I couldn't plant one over there because I already had that stuff planted there, the collards and the mustard greens. But I am going to plant one in this garden bed. As you know, this is the 3rd garden bed that I started working on with the grubs. And let me show you all the grubs I found. Look at that, out of this garden bed. Yeah. And I was in this garden bed a long time. I dig all the way down till I get to the weed barrier. And those gophers and moles chewed right through the weed barrier, which I'm not shocked. But yeah, I'm digging out more grubs out of here. One thing I'm thinking about doing after I harvest most of my greens and stuff is maybe for about 3 months do some solarization on a couple of these garden beds, because I've been gardening since 2019 and I've been constantly going at it. And I think maybe these garden beds need a bigger break than what I gave them and to get some treatment. So I learned about solarization on the New Orleans Gardener, one of her lives. I think it was a Sunday live. And it was good information. It was talking about the nematodes, how to get rid of them. She was talking about how the not nematodes, I think that's what you call them, don't like brassicas. So a lot of people think that you can plant mustard and all of this stuff. Oh, and you kill them. No, they're just going to come right back. The only way to get rid of them is through solarization. And what you do, you want to take a plastic tarp, they said preferably a clear plastic tarp, and put it over your garden beds tightly for a few months. I think you're supposed to wet them, wet the garden beds first and then put the plastic on. So what I was thinking is painter's plastic, right? You can get that the clear plastic rolls and put it over the garden beds and kind of leave them there. So I'm gonna read more up on solarization, and then I'll do a video on it and put a link to where I find the information, because I think that's what I need to do. I don't know if solarization will kill grubs, but it may, because the grubs aren't getting any roots, any food, and just the sun beaming down on them and probably cooking them. So that's what I'm thinking. So I'm going to get back to digging out grubs out of this garden bed, as many as I can, and then I'll plant my other gopher purge plant, which is behind me. Gopher purge and some more. I fortunately will not be able to use that garden bed because moles and things have gotten to it. It's going to rain tonight, so hopefully I can get to one of the other garden beds and start planting garlic and onions. If not, I still have tomorrow. We'll see. But it's supposed to start raining tonight. So, okay, let me get back to gardening. I wanted to show y'all what I mean by get down to your weed barrier. Okay, let's see if I could get some. Oh, just saw one. Look at that. Get down to your weed barrier. And I got down here last time and they still here. Oh, there's one right there. See? Let's see if we can find, well, we'll definitely find some more. Look at that. Two just popped up right here. Two. See if I can get a little closer. Let's see. Is that one? Yep, that's two. Two right here. Where's my shovel? Oh, there's another one. When you're digging for grubs, get down to that weed barrier, and then the soil that you flip on top, trust me, you'll find a couple of them on top. So that's what I mean by get down to that weed barrier and get those grubs out of your garden bed. Okay, so it is going on 11:45 in the morning. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to feed the chickens the grubs that I have found, and then I'm going to come back out here after eating a little lunch and finish doing what I'm doing. The rain's not going to come into this evening, so I can actually stay out here all day. Let me show you the grubs that I have found. Grub bonanza. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, so I'm starting to find them less and less. But I'm going to keep digging. I'm going to keep digging until I can get as many out as I can before I plant my cauliflower and Brussels sprouts in this garden bed, along with that other gopher purge plant. So I'll be back with you guys after lunch. My chickens love me so much today. They see this gray container coming and they know. You guys like the grubbies? They are so happy today. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. As soon as I walked in the house, about 11:50 for lunch, my mother had just finished making a spaghetti. And she makes it like a casserole. So good. Put it in the oven. And she had some left over. I said, oh, I'm hungry. I made it just in time. She said, let me give you a bowl of spaghetti. And it hit the spot. She used ground turkey meat. So I said, I'm going to go back out at 1. So it's 1 o'clock now. Or probably a minute or two after 1. So I'm going to get through going through this bed. put some more fresh soil in here because oh, and some amendments, and then plant the rest of the cauliflower, and then go get the Brussels sprouts, and then hopefully I can get over to the garden bed on the end of the cattle panel, start cleaning that out, put some amendments, and hopefully plant garlic in there. So it's 1 o'clock. I hope to be done by 4 o'clock today, no later than 5. My Terminex guy is coming. He's going to do the inside of the house, but I'm going to let him know I had a rat that died. It actually was crawling around by my seedling table, and I threw a rock at it and it kind of hit it in the head, but it was already dying, and it just finally went to the grass area and died, and that's where it stayed because I wasn't going to get it. Anyway, looking at the soil, let me continue sifting through here. I don't think it's going to take me much longer. I do keep finding grubs, but not as frequently, so I'm going to keep finding the grubs, get this garden bed done, and then plant the rest of this cauliflower and Brussels sprouts. This is what it looks like now. I'll be right back with you guys. Hey everybody, I am sitting here under the cattle pallet trellises, cleaning out the garden bed on the end. Let me show you. This one right here, see the loofahs? And my elbow is starting to hurt, so that means I need to stop. I did get some grubs. Let me show you. See, got some. This will be the 3rd or 4th time I take the grubs over to the chickens, but I'm going to stop for today because my arm's hurting. The winds are starting to pick up a little bit because they're blowing in the clouds. There's already been a warning for the Riverside County mountain regions. I'm in Riverside County, not in the mountains, but in the pass area, and it's getting cooler out here, so that means that's a sign for me to stop. So let me show you what I have done. Let me get up. Oh, my aching knees, my aching knees. Let me show you. There's a ladybug. I got a ladybug. Okay, so I put gopher purge, one right here and one right here. I planted all of the cauliflowers, the Brussels sprouts, and the broccolis, and of course I put red, brown, yellow and white, and some garlic, a couple of garlic cloves in here, in each of the beds. So the bed that I'm cleaning out over here, let me show you. That one right there. I usually put garlic in one and onions in the other. So this looks like it's gonna have to wait until next weekend, which is fine. It's just the beginning of November. We're getting rain. I thought I was going to be able to take down the loofahs today. When your body tells you to stop, you stop. Something else I want to show you. Remember, I planted some chamomile seeds in here. Well, the seeds, they're starting to sprout. So I'm very happy about that. They're sprouting in this one. They're not sprouting in this one yet. Wait a minute. I might see something a little green. Oh, I see a little sprout right there, maybe. So yeah, the chamomile is starting to germinate and sprout up, which I'm happy, and look how they look. All of a sudden, they just want to come out beautiful. So I think I'm gonna harvest some of these and take them in the house and let them dry out so I can have tea. And yeah, let me show you what I have left regarding seedlings. Let me walk over here. Body's kind of stiff because I've been sitting on that garden stool. But this is what I have left. Some spinach, a black seeded lettuce. This is, let me see, some more Brussels sprouts. Looks like I finally got a spinach. These are those large cabbages, and this is some kale. So all of this can actually go in one container. Let me get the water out of this container. That's it. I'm gonna go give you hear my wind chimes, that means it's windy. So I'm going to give these grubs to the chickens and start cleaning up stuff out here just a little bit, and then I'm gonna hightail it in the house, and I'm gonna do some research on the solarization of garden beds, and also study for my other professional program that I'm studying for right now. So as I always say, please find peace within yourself, and please be peaceable with everyone around you. I love you all. Have a fabulous Saturday. And stay safe if you're in California. Don't go out driving if you don't need to, because this storm is coming in. I love you all. Bye.